there.
Oh, wow.
He's losing the building.
Yeah.
But he's got a nice facility. So they come in and they go into his building. And I was like, who's going to take care of the bishop? Who's going to pick up the bishop?
Right.
Who's going to take care of the staff that's coming in? Who's going to? There's nobody. Nobody. There's no ushers, no nothing, greeters, no nothing. So the ministry that I'm a part of, my ministry, we were the slaves.
That's right.
Wow.
I said, we will do the work of Christ.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I had 20 passenger van. I said, we'll pick up the people.
That's right.
And me and Cookie will surrender our vehicle.
Wow.
Our vehicle to pick up the pastors.
Right.
And then I'll surrender my Benz
Wow.
Yeah.
for the bishop to drive around in.
Right.
I'm telling you, kingdom.
Right.
How you have to operate under the principles of Christ.
Yes.
Where things always seem like you're being overlooked.
Come on, Bishop. Say it.
God,
Say
come on,
it.
Bishop.
But I stayed right in and I said, I will not break.
Yeah.
Yes.
They rose up against the bishop when it was over 500 from around the world that was sitting there, and it was just close quarters. But I mean, not big, 4, 5, 6 times big as this place. But it was about 700. They were all pastors from around the world. And there was something that came up in the ministry. And of course, there were a lot of questions. The pastors had questions. And my spirit was boiling. I said, I ain't never had a question. I don't have no question, but I raised my hand. And they said, I don't think I was a pastor now, I wasn't a bishop, Pastor Badlands. I got up. I said, I have something to say. I said, I don't have no questions, first of all. I have a statement to make.
Yeah.
And I said, and I'm going to be in trouble for making it. They was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Dwayne Swilly and my friends. What's wrong? What's wrong? I go, what's wrong? I said, the problem is right there. There was Cookie next to me. I said, that's the problem. I'm going to be in trouble because of what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it, Tracy. I said, I don't give a damn what they're saying about the bishop's brother. I don't give a damn who did what.
Amen.
Right.
I said, I don't care if he's guilty or not. It don't matter to me.
Right.
I said, I got over 500
Right.
soldiers that will die at my command. And I said, and I'm here representing the 500, and I'm ready to die at your command, Bishop.
Wow.
And I had already told Cookie that the Spirit had told me that I would be preaching in the cathedral.
Right.
First, let me set it up for you. You don't preach in the cathedral. When you are a networking pastor of anything, networking is no matter.
Right.
You are not going to be in the bishop's cathedral preaching.
Right.
Never happened.
Right.
And I don't know how long his ministry was at that time, over 20.
Right.
Dwayne Swilly told me he was there 17 or 18 years at the time.
Right.
And he told me that I don't realize what's going on. But I told Cookie, let me finish that. I told Cookie that the Lord told me that I'll be preaching in the cathedral on Sunday morning.
Right.
And I said, so I wanted to make record
On record. That's right.
to her
That's right.
that I'll be preaching in the cathedral on Sunday morning. It was on Friday. We had that meeting about all the pastors.
Right.
And so after, and I did preach on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And I'm the first networking pastor to ever be ordained.
That's right.
in the cathedral of the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
That other guy I told you about, and the other squirrel, Curly. They did not get their ordination out of the cathedral.
Right.
Wow.
I was the first, me and Cookie, first networking pastors to be ordained
Yes.
in the cathedral of the Holy Spirit.
Wow.
Then many years, Bishop did come. Cookie did a celebration.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it was my graduation from school, and they put a bunch of stuff. Our 10-year anniversary,
Yeah.
with our 10-year anniversary,
Yes.
it was, I graduated from school
Right.
and got my master's
Amen.
in 1997.
Wow. Yes.
And so Cookie did this big celebration. It was the best that we had before, and it's the best we've had since.
Amen.
We've never had the celebration like we had
That's right.
at that time.
Amen.
And Bishop came, and he brought his staff,
Right.
Wow.
and he came and he was with us and he ate with us.
Amen. Yeah.
We ate with him like we sit next at a table,
Yep.
and we ate with him.
Wow.
And I remember how my heart had longed to be with him.
Yes.
You people have no clue
Right.
what that means to have a
Right.
bishop
Right.
Right.
and to have the interaction that you have with me.
Right.
You will never
Right.
have that with another bishop.
That's
And
right.
if you bounce and go to another one, go see.
Right.
No matter how much less you
Right.
give millions or maybe 10 million or something like that, you may have an audience
That's right.
just to pluck you
Right.
from that 10 million.
Right.
And then you will bounce back to the congregation.
Right.
That's
But anyway, I remember how my heart was warm and how everything that I had endured.
Wow.
And I thought about everything that I had endured, and I thought, was it worth it
Yeah. Right.
at that time?
Right.
I thought, was it worth it, everything that I've endured,
Right.
to now look that what I had longed for,
Yes.
I have. When he, after, I think 30 years we were with him, was transitioning to go be with the Lord in his 80s.
right.
Me and Cookie went,
Yeah.
and we let them know that we coming.
Yeah.
Right.
And they picked us up like dignitaries
Amen.
Wow.
and made a way for us to go to the hospital, to be at his bedside.
Right.
Wow.
He was still commanding,
Yeah.
still giving orders.
Right.
They were fumbling and bumbling on his medication. I saw him stop them and said, no, that's not right. That's not the right. I was like,
Right.
look. Then we told him we want to go out and eat, and we want to go to. You remember the kitchen was cooking? It was the down home cooking in Atlanta,
All right.
Southern. And somebody was telling him, I think it was his brother's wife was telling us, and he goes, no, you're not telling them right. Directions are not right.
Wow.
He said, no, this is how you go, because we had to rent a car. And he said, he told us how to go. Go down this street and go straight down the other street, and then you will see it. Keep driving till you see it on the right. And I remember, and then we had revelation that had come through to a great intercessor, and said that when I was saw me at his bedside on my knees, where men don't cry.
Right. That's right.
I've been through that generation, and before that, my dad didn't. I did see my dad cry, but not often.